So we're just going to get started as soon as you're ready. We're going to start on our back this evening. So just if you want to have a cushion handy, you can have that for now or for later as well if you like. Um, just going on kind of the weather right now, I certainly feel a little bit sleepy, so just to help us start off the practice and ease ourselves into it, we will do so on our back. Okay, so as I said, if you want to have anything handy that will make you a little bit more comfortable for that. So any, I said, cushions, blankets, props, whatever you like, if you have them. If not, don't worry. Just, yeah, take whatever is most comfortable on your back to start. Okay. So if you want to do that with your knees wide or the knees bent and the feet wide apart or just legs straight. So even play around with it, see how it feels. You know, we tend to do the same thing all the time as we come to the mat, but then if you just try something different and say, oh, actually, that feels better this evening. So, just kind of, I suppose, allow a little bit of curiosity to come into your practice this evening and just check in and notice how you're feeling. And then, if anything in particular doesn't feel as good as it normally does, that's okay. Just try it a different way. Okay. So when you're ready, just coming to a said comfortable position to start off. So moving or checking around to make sure that you feel comfortable. And then when you do, when you feel comfy and nice and relaxed and a feeling that your body can really just let go on the mat. Okay, so whatever you might need to help you do that. And then even taking a couple of kind of longer, deeper breaths to start. So just breathe in nice and full, fill the lungs right up to the top, hold, and then exhale all the air out. So even just drawing the navel in towards the spine right at the end, just helping to get rid of all that air. Pausing, and then take another nice, long, slow, deep breath. So a couple of those, again, just helping you to really, let go of your day, let go of whatever you have been doing up to now. It will still be there, don't worry, when you're finished. But it's really in creating these spaces for ourselves, especially at the moment when space seems to be, I suppose, a little bit of an issue, kind of physically just being in the same space, maybe, for a lot of time. So, doing anything you can, I suppose, to help to change that perspective a little bit or create a sense of space is going to really help you mentally, physically, and emotionally. So, when you're ready, just taking maybe right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. You can keep your hands away from the body if it feels better too. But just sometimes it's really nice to get that grounding through feeling our breath just moving through the body. So just taking a moment or two here, connecting into the breath and really just feeling the breaths that move in and out of the body. So this evening in particular, just allowing your breath to be your anchor to this present moment. Feeling the weight of your body on the mat and allowing that to help support you and help you feel grounded and to release any stress you might be feeling. So our body responds to our breath. So maybe just gently asking your body to relax and let go. And with that, starting to lengthen and deepen your breath. And as we start to take those longer, deeper inhales and exhales, our body will start to gently let go. So maybe counting for your inhale next time, maybe for a count of 6 or 7, whatever's comfortable, right down into your belly, the ribs, and then the chest. Hold at the top of the inhale, just maybe for a count of 2 or 3. And then exhale, slow and steady from the top down. Maybe having those exhales just slightly longer than the inhales, if that feels comfortable. So this in turn is going to help to really calm and relax your nervous system. Again, soothing for your body, your heart, your brain. And as you start to slow the breath down, your body will let go. And I suppose inviting that sense of curiosity to your breath as well. So as you maybe kind of investigate gently what's going on in your body physically, notice how your breath is. Same thing, so just observing the breath. Our mind is so powerful to create change in all aspects of our life. So it's noticing, first of all, what's going on, how you're feeling, and in times of stress, using these tools to help ourselves to relax, to let go, and create that space. So again, just breathing in nice and slow and deeply into the belly, ribs, and chest, maybe for a count of 5 or 6, again holding at the top. And exhaling slow and steady. So again, maybe for just slightly longer than the inhale, 7 or 8 maybe. And we tend to spend so much time worrying about things that might not happen, about the future, or things that are out of our control, particularly at the moment. Everything seems to be out of control, out of our control. So, and as well, just thinking about the past. So either living, in the future or the past. Our breath is the only thing that can bring us to the present moment. Each inhale, again, is an invitation to just start again. And each exhale, an invitation just to let go. I'm just going to take 2 more long, deep breaths here. And then after your next exhale, we're just going to gently start to take the knees in towards the chest. So holding on onto the knees, we're just going to gently circle out the lower back, making nice big circles, massaging it out one direction and then the other. And maybe keeping the big toes together, you can separate the knees and start to bring some circular motions into your hips, your shoulders. And going the opposite direction. Okay, and then we're just going to hold in the right knee, extend the left leg out nice and long, just let it come to the floor wherever it comes to. And then gently clasping our hands on top of the shin, we're going to gently hug the right knee in towards the armpit. So squeezing it in, bypassing the rib cage here slightly, and just draw it in towards the armpit. We're going to try to keep our back nice and flat and soft on the mat. Nice deep breaths. And then with the inhale, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. So we can have a little bend in the knee here, particularly if it feels a little tight down the back of the leg to start off. And hands come behind our right thigh. So bend the knee as much as you need to here. Only if it feels okay, you can start to straighten out the leg and maybe give little circles into that right ankle, both directions. Giving it a wriggle out. And then maybe start to move your hands up the leg a little further, but don't worry about where they come to. We're trying to just really gently ease into, open up the body, keeping the back nice and flat, shoulders released, and then maybe just start to draw the leg in just nice and gently with the breath. So any shaking at all or any sort of tension that you're creating, ease out of it a little bit. Take a breath, work with where you are. And then we're going to just gently release that right leg, take it across the body. So the knee can be bent here, or you can extend the leg out straight. And we're going to take it across using our left hand. Both shoulders can stay connected to the floor if that feels comfortable. And maybe you turn your head towards the right. Just gently getting that twist all the way from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Breathing into it and using our breath here as well, just as that tool to help open up the body. So with each inhale, feeling an expansion, and exhale, softening and release. And then slowly lifting both knees back into your chest, hug them in for a moment, just to make sure your lower back feels soft, and then hug the left leg in, extend the right leg out. Clasping the top of the left shin, you're going to hug it in towards the left armpit. Squeeze it in nice and tight, just getting a little stretch out for our hip flexor. And then we'll extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. Again, it can have a bend here, especially to start. And then take a couple of circles in both directions. Okay, and then as you come into your breath, maybe you can start to move the arms up the leg. Not worrying about how far they come up, just staying with that stretch, staying with your breath. Keeping the body nice and calm. One more deep breath here. And then with the exhale, we'll take our left leg across the body, keeping our left arm down as kind of an anchor to keep the shoulder down if you can. And then take your left leg across just as much as it comes. Breathe into it. So we are getting the hips to lift, the stretches in the lower back. Well, the stretch is coming all the way up the spine, but it's starting in our lower back. So that part is lifting away from the mat. And then if it's okay for your neck, you can turn the gaze towards the left. Just one more deep breath. And slowly draw the knees back up to center. We're going to hug them in towards the chest for a moment. And then take our right ankle across the left thigh. And thread our hands in around the belly of the left thigh. Take a moment and just notice how your body's feeling. So if you're feeling that stretch, it should be mainly in the right glute. If it feels okay, here again, you can use the right elbow just to gently press against the inner right thigh, just to open it out a little bit. Breathe into it. You can keep your left leg bent, you can straighten it, whatever feels good. But try to keep the feet flexed here, because it's going to help protect the knee joints. And then just work with the breath again. Draw the leg in a little closer with each exhale. So you're controlling the stretch. Okay, really good. And then we're just going to gently release, change over sides. Same thing here. Hands come in around the right thigh. Pause for a moment. Notice how it feels. Soften through the shoulders. And then left elbow might just gently press against the inner left thigh. Keeping the feet gently flexed. Work with the breath to come a little deeper into the stretch. And then as we release both legs, we're just going to hold on behind the knees. start to gently rock. So you might just get a little movement to start, and that's okay. You're going to just rock forwards and backwards, gently, gently along the spine. Give it a nice little massage, and then when you're ready, take your time. You're going to come up and over straight into a tabletop position. So we're going to start here getting some nice movement in all directions of the spine, but just starting with our cat-cow. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, and then when you're ready, you're going to drop the belly and gently roll the shoulders back. Lift your chin. Exhaling round through the spine, chin into chest. Inhale again, drop the belly, roll the shoulders right back, open the chest, look up. Exhale, round. And we'll just take a couple more like this. So just moving with the breath nice and gently. And of course, maybe just taking some more organic movement now if it feels good in different directions of the spine. So going back to your hips and forward, figure eights. Really, really good movements for our nervous system, but also for our brain. Our central nervous system connects in the brain, all the way down our spine, and just really helping to keep your spine healthy and your brain healthy. Okay, and then come back to your tabletop position. We're going to keep our hips stacked over the knees, and then walk your hands forward for Anahata. Okay, so the heart space is going to come towards the mat. Arms are going to be as wide as a mat to start off. Anyway, you want to create space for your shoulders and the heart to come down. If it feels a little intense here, you can always come back up onto the elbows a little bit. Take them even wider and then start to melt them. Maybe you come a little deeper with a breath or two, but again, just notice if you start to hold on and kind of create tension in any of these poses. That's your signal to just back out a little bit. Breathe a little deeper. And then gently walk your hands back, take them under the shoulders, take another cat-cow. Just stretching it out again. And then from here, we're going to keep our right hand and our right knee on the mat. And then take our left foot, extend it long into a supported side plank. Reach up with the left arm, look up towards your thumb. Nice full deep breath. Maybe extend that left arm across towards the top of your mat. Chin up. Deep breaths. And then take your left hand to your hip. We're going to slowly come up. So take your right hand up off the mat. Left hand comes down the leg. We're going to reach over for gate pose. So getting a lovely stretch into the right side body. Really nice. And then all the way back, taking your tabletop position again. We're just going to come to the other side. So left hand under your shoulder, knee under your hip. And then coming into your supported side plank to start. Look up, and then if it feels okay to get that stretch into the shoulder, reach across with the right arm. Deep breaths, really stretch as long as you can through the fingertips. And then taking your right hand to your hip, come all the way up, stretch it over. And then slowly take it all the way back, tabletop position. Fingers spread nice and wide, curl your toes. Start to lift your hips nice and slowly, coming into our first downward facing dog. So take your time here, just give it a little stretch out. Maybe shake the head a couple of times, nodding yes and no. Deep breath into the belly, exhale, sigh it out. And again, full deep breath in. You can even take a lion's breath here if you like. Stick the tongue out, let it all go. Maybe even just shake your head gently, nodding. Make sure there's no tension around your neck and your jaw. Again, if you release your jaw, separate it, take it side to side, nice and gently. The whole body starts to soften and relax, letting go. One more deep breath. Exhale. Okay, inhale, right leg rises. You're going to bend through the knee. Just open up the hip nice and gently. Circle out your right ankle again, a couple of times. So both directions. And then you straighten off the right leg. We're going to come up onto the left tippy toes. Take the knee right in towards your nose. Squeeze everything in as tightly as you can. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to nose. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. And then we're going to step that right foot through towards the top of your mat. Taking a low lunge, so come down with the left knee. Pat it up if you need to, rolling the mat over. And left hand comes to the mat. We're going to take a twist. So reach your right arm up. Taking the left hand out just a little bit so that the shoulder is stacked and feels supported, okay? And then we're going to reach our right arm up. We're going to extend it back towards the back of the mat. Take a couple of circles here. Maybe 3 big circles. Slow and steady, just working into the shoulder joint. And then when you come back to center, we're going to inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. And then interlace the fingers, take them behind your head, and then soften the head back. Okay, nice openness through the chest. Soften the hips down. Maybe lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Big deep breaths. Notice where you're holding on to any tension. Exhale, soften and release. And then gently take your hands down. Step it back to plank position. Hold here, take a breath, nice length through the spine, pressing the floor away. As you exhale, we're going to take the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Slide all the way down onto your belly. Taking the hands off the mat, so in line with the shoulders, right up onto the fingertips. Press the feet down, make the legs nice and strong here. And then with the inhale, we're going to lift the chest, lift the ribs, lift your chin. Exhale, soften. Inhale again, lifting up nice and slowly. We're going to look over the right shoulder. Full deep breath. Exhale, soften and release. Inhale one more time, lift and look up, look over the left shoulder. Exhale, soften down. Hands under the shoulders, curl your toes, come through child's pose. Pause here, take a full deep breath into your lower back. Exhale, release. And then lifting up, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. On your inhale, left leg rises, bend the knee. We're going to open up the hip. And again, circle out the ankle a couple of times. And then coming up onto your tippy toes, straighten off the left leg, knee into nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Last one here. Stepping your left foot all the way through. And again, come down to the low lunge. Okay, really good. So if you want to roll up the mat, go ahead. Right hand is down, and then we're going to twist and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. So pause here, and then just check you have your right hand out far enough. So you want to be able to lean back, and then reach your left arm all the way back. So taking about 3 big full circles. Really getting into that shoulder joint. One more. And then as you come back to center, reach your arms up. Zip up the belly. We're going to lift the chest up and then soften the hips down. Again, hands come behind the head. And when you take the hands behind the head, Let the head be heavy, so you're going to lean back a little bit, open the chest, open your elbows, look up towards the ceiling. Noticing where you're feeling that, so maybe it's the middle of the back, the lower, seeing if you can actually breathe a bit more space here. Two more deep breaths. And then exhaling, hands come back to the mat. Curl the toes, step back to plank. Hold here. We're going to pause and hold in our plank. So push the floor away. Lengthen the tailbone. Crown of the head reaches forward. Heels reach back. Coming onto side plank, take the right hand down and swivel over onto the edges of your feet. Now, option to take the right knee onto your hip here to feel a bit more supported like we did at the start of the class. Or you can extend both legs, stack one on top of the other. Keep lifting the hips up as high as you can. Lean back, open the chest. Gorgeous. And then slowly we'll take a plank position again. Pause here. Take a breath and then come over to the other side. So again, check in. If you want to take that left knee down to the mat for a little bit of support, go ahead. You're going to still work on lifting the obliques up. Stack the feet if it feels okay. Reach up with your top arm. One more deep breath. Exhale all the way back to plank. Come all the way down onto your belly. Tops of the feet on the mat again. Roll your shoulders back. Pressing gently into your hands. So keep them up the top of the ribs. And then gently lift your chin, lift your chest. Keep the hips level on the mat and use your legs for support. So make sure they're engaged. Tops of the feet pressing down. Exhale, release. One more here. Inhale, lift up. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, soften and release. Curling the toes. We're going to round through child's pose again. Take a breath here. Really good. Let it go. So using your child's pose as well, just as a breath or as a pose to help you just come back into your breath. Exhaling through the mouth. Feeling yourself connect to the earth. Feeling grounded. And then slowly coming back up, downward facing dog. And then right leg extends back. We're going to take your knee in towards the nose again, stepping right foot through. Left foot turns in. So we're going into warrior one. Hips are going to face towards the top of the mat. And first you just extend up through the arms here. So we might need to draw the right hip back slightly, left hip forward, and step the left foot out a little bit. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers, and draw the hands back, so shoulders squeeze gently together. And then with the exhale, we're going to come forward. Let the head be heavy, lift the arms away from the lower back. Two more breaths here. Keep lifting the arms up away from the back if you can, creating just a little bit deeper stretch for the shoulders. And then slowly coming back up. You're going to turn onto the back toes, so lifting the back heel. See if you can keep the arms as they are. Now you might need to take hands to your hips, but you're going to lean forward a little bit, gently hop up into warrior three. So body comes down, left leg up. Try to just keep your focus on the floor just in front of you. Follow me. Stay with your breath. So finding that balance, trying to really create it in your body once you start to wobble. Again, it's kind of Really helps with the brain. Pressing the right big toe down, lift the back leg a little bit more, press back to the heel. One more deep breath. And then we're slowly going to release our arms, take them wide. Right fingertips come to the floor. Pause here. We're going to open out into half moon pose. So reaching up with your left arm, keep the left leg at hip height if you can, and start to open up. Maybe opening up, twisting and looking up towards your left fingertips. Really good. One more breath here. Exhaling, bend the front knee, step it all the way back, warrior two. You might need to turn the back toes in just a little to help keep your ankle in line with the knee so it feels good. And then reach and extend through the arms. Keeping the body centered as much as you can. Lovely. Right palm faces up. Take an exhale. Reverse warrior. Peaceful warrior. Keep bending into the front leg as much as you can. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes down. We're going to step into plank. Pause here. And again, come into side plank on the right. Okay, so stacking shoulder over wrist. Same option with the legs here. You can lift the top leg here if you like to for a breath as well, if you have your balance. Lift up the hips, the obliques, reach up as high as you can. Exhale all the way back to center and come to the other side. Take your time, just move with the breath. Exhale, back to center, back to your plank. Come all the way down to your belly. Locust pose, stretch the feet back, hands behind the lower back. Interlace your hands, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift your legs. Stretching everything up away from the mat as much as you can, deep breathing. Exhale to release, hands under shoulders, back to downward facing dog. So you can pause here, full deep breath in. Exhale. And again, full deep breath in. Exhale. And then inhale, look forward. We're going to step up towards the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Take a moment here, hold opposite elbows, and just gently sway the upper body. So keeping your legs strong, knees a little bent. Just allowing your heart rate to soften, to settle, the breath to ease back to a gentle rhythm. And then releasing our elbows, we're going to come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit right back into it, have the knees parallel, level with the hips, reach your arms up. Sit down a little bit deeper, really good. Keep the legs strong, sit the hips back so you can see your toes. Lift the chest. Sit down a little bit deeper. Lift the chest, reach up. Sit down a little bit deeper. Lift the chest. And again, sit down. And this time we're going to come all the way down into Navasana. Really good. Pause here, take a moment, roll the shoulders back. Lift through the chest. Keep the legs glued together. Reach the arms forward if it feels okay. If not, if you're feeling a little wobbly or the lower back is tender, just keep the fingertips down or hold on behind the knees. Chest lifts. Straighten the legs if you like. Keep gazing up towards the toes. crown of the head nice and long, reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the feet, just hug the knees. Sigh it out. Breathe into your belly, into your lower back. Exhale, let it go. And again, come back to Navasana. You're going to hold on, reach your arms forward. Straighten the legs if you like, keep the legs glued together, roll the thighs in, lift your chest. Take Ardha Navasana if you like, halfway down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back up. 2 more. And then gently release the feet. Hug your shins. Take a big deep breath in, sigh it out. We're going to take the fingertips behind our back, just roll the shoulders back. Take them in underneath the shoulders, feet are hip width, and then just gently open your chest. So gently squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your chin. And then as you release, we're going to just cross our ankles, come forward, stepping back, downward facing dog. Full deep breath in, exhale, sigh it out. Let it go. Taking about 2 more deep breaths here. So really checking in with how your body is feeling, how you're feeling a shift in energy, hopefully. Take a full breath in and exhale. Let it go. Your left leg rises. Knee in towards the nose. We're going to step it through Warrior 1 on the left. Take your time, come into the pose. If you need to widen it out, take the leg back a little further, go ahead. So just when you look down, try to get the thigh parallel to the floor with the knee over the ankle, okay? And then we're going to reach our arms up. Full deep breaths in. And then with the exhale, take the hands around the lower back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale, come forward. So letting the head be heavy here, we're just going to start to gently lift the arms up away from the back, keeping our legs strong. Last full deep breath. And then slowly coming up. You're going to come onto the back toes again. So you might need to just take a moment, find your balance, hop a little bit in, and then lean forward onto your front leg as you lift. So take a couple of hops, doesn't have to be done the first one. And then you're looking down on the floor, probably about 2-3 feet in front of your mat, lifting the arms if it's okay. Of course, hands can come to your hips. So we're going to try to drop the right hip slightly so that it's in line with the left hip, and then flex the foot, push it back. Staying here, take 2 more full deep breaths. And then slowly taking your left hand to the mat, right hand to your hip. Start to open up to half moon pose. So pausing here, find your stability through what's on the mat firstly. So really it's your left leg, the left foot anchoring you down, and then just a little lightness with the left fingertips. If it feels okay, you're going to start to open up the chest, your hip towards the left, and maybe you can start to look up towards your right thumb. Taking one more deep breath here. And then slowly bending into the front knee, stepping it all the way back, warrior two. Squeaky mat, get your knees nice, deep bend in that left leg. Reach through the arms. Sink the hips a little bit lower. Take an inhale, reach the left palm to face up. Reach up and over. Peaceful warrior. Breathing into the left rib cage. And then slowly coming all the way back, take your hands down, stepping back to plank, and then we come all the way down to our belly. So stretching the feet back again, make sure that you're pressing the tops of the feet down here firstly, get the legs nice and strong. Hands come back behind the lower back, interlacing the fingers. We're going to start to lift up. So notice here if you can engage the core a little bit more, draw the navel towards your spine, lift the arms, and then from here we're going to see about activating the legs as well. So pointing through the toes and lift the legs, the same as we did just earlier in the locust, but now we're going to bend our legs and reach back for bow pose. Okay, so flexing your feet here is going to help to activate the legs a little bit more, and then gently pushing the feet back. Keep the knees in line with your hips if it feels okay. Lovely. And then try to lift the legs a little bit more. Lift your chest. Two more deep breaths. And then slowly release. Legs can come wide off the mat. Arms can come wide, or you can rest your forehead on your hands. Okay, so whatever feels best, it might be nice to rest the forehead down. I'm just going to stay here. You can take a couple of breaths, notice how your energy has shifted in the body. And then gently when you're ready, just rounding into child's pose. But this time we're going to keep our knees together. So if you have a cushion, you might want to put it in front of you for a moment. Maybe stacking your hands will help. Rest the forehead. If you feel, that you're ready to come straight into it, then take hands back by your feet and forehead to the mat. And just stay here, allowing that connection. The forehead on the mat, your stomach to your thighs, your bum to your heels, and your hands to your feet. Just taking one more deep breath. And then slowly rounding up. And then we're going to extend our right leg around in front and left foot inside our right thigh. Firstly, just gently twisting to the right. So use your hands just inside the leg to help you gently twist. And then slowly to center. We're going to inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, Stand and reach forward. You can release the hands from the mat. Fingertips wide as well, just to help you create space. Draw the chest forward, lift your chin. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale again, lift and lengthen. Exhale, maybe just looking towards your toes, helping to get a bit more length through the spine. And soften and release down. Inhale, come all the way back up. Now change over sides. Left leg extends long, right foot inside your left thigh. And then just gently twist firstly. Inhale back to center, reach all the way up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Just come onto the fingertips to start, draw the shoulders back, lift through the chest. Exhale, fold. And again, just a couple more like that, just moving and working with the breath. And then gently come all the way back up. We're going to extend both legs out in front when you're ready. Take an inhale from here. So gently lengthen the tailbone, draw the navel in, reach all the way up. Exhale, extend over the legs. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. So just working with that balance between straightening the legs but also getting that lift through the chest and lengthening through the spine. Two more breaths here, just letting everything soften now. And then slowly come all the way back up. We're going to just bend the knees deeply here to start firstly and take our hands around them. So it's like you're giving yourself a big hug, holding on maybe to opposite elbows underneath and getting your stomach right onto your thighs. And then you can just let your forehead come down, so the head might come to your shins or your knees. Noticing if you're holding the shoulders, softening them down, softening the jaw. And then slowly releasing, we're going to come down to our back. So extend the legs to roll down or come onto your side if that feels better for you. So you can draw the inner thighs into one another, hands across the chest, and draw the navel in as you lower all the way down. So we're going to take just a couple of movements here to help release out the lower back and your spine. So we're going to walk the feet as wide as the mat and then knees fall in on one another. Make sure that your shoulders and your upper back feel supported and relaxed. And then you're going to just gently take the knees side to side. So you should feel just a nice release in the lower back. Take a couple of breaths. And then we're going to walk the soles of the feet in together for Supta Baddha Konasana. So the knees coming out to the sides. And see how that feels first. So you might want to lift your hips and start to take them forwards and backwards, side to side, maybe even gentle circle motions. And if you feel comfortable enough just to come into stillness here for a couple of rounds of breath, you can rest your hands on your belly if you like. Let them come away from the body. Maybe take Yoni Mudra, whatever feels good for you right now. Just going to take 2 more long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in nice and full to belly, ribs, and chest. Exhaling, releasing, letting everything soften. And then you can gently take the knees back together if you like. Draw them in towards your chest one at a time. And just start to take some circle motions again for the lower back. Give it a nice little massage out. And then we're going to come into happy baby pose. So you can take the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, flex the feet, maybe hold on behind the knees or thighs if you are finding it difficult to reach the feet, and then gently rock side to side. Gently, gently. Gentle massage. And then you're going to take your knees back together. Just allow them to fall over to the right hand side. The left shoulder comes down to the mat again, just taking a really nice, soft, gentle twist here. Letting the left ear come to the mat. Breathing nice and deeply into your belly, your ribs and chest. And then when you're ready, just gently lifting the knees back up to center, hug them in one last time. Take them over to the left hand side. So coming into the twist on the left, right shoulder softens. And just again, let the breath start to expand and soften. And then gently lift the knees. When you're ready, back up. You can hug onto the shins, nice and tightly wrapping your hands around the shins. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe gently rock side to side. Maybe even lift the head, shoulders, squeeze yourself into a tight ball, pull everything in. And then as you exhale, you can soften down, coming into Shavasana. So if you'd like to take any extra clothes, blankets, pillows, just make sure that you feel really comfortable. And then when you're ready, coming to lie, either on your back or again on your side, whatever feels most comfortable. And then once you get to lie, just take a moment to make sure that you do feel comfortable. If you need to adjust at all, please do so. Take a nice big full deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. And again, nice full deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more. Nice, long, deep breath in. Exhaling, let it go. Allowing the back of your head to feel completely supported, weightless, no effort, no tension, just letting everything go. The brow and the eyes are soft and released. Shoulders just gently melting into the mat. Noticing your breath. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. Not needing to change it in any way, but maybe just noticing how different it might feel to the start of your practice or during your practice. Noticing if the breath is deeper, calmer. Allowing the whole body to completely let go. From the shoulders down towards your elbows, back of your hands, all the way down your spine, towards your hips and your glutes, all the way down to your heels, your feet and toes. The whole body letting go. And starting to just imagine a white light filling your body with your inhale. The light travels down, expands, creating space. And then with the exhale, releasing and cleansing, letting go. Maybe just stay with that as you take each inhale and each exhale. White, bright light filling your whole body, expanding, creating space. And with each exhale, just allowing yourself to relax into a deep state of relaxation. Staying with your breath. Couple more rounds. And either just staying as you are if you'd like a few more minutes, just resting. Please feel free to stay as you are. If you'd like to come out, just starting to take some gentle movements with your fingers, your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. And if you are coming out, maybe just take a gentle stretch. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Again, please feel free if you have the opportunity just to stay as you are. When you're ready, if you're coming up, just make your way to a comfortable seated position. Taking your hands to heart and just close your practice this evening. So whatever you'd like to offer yourself from your practice, some clarity, some grounding, some whatever you'd like to take from it. You just offer that to yourself now. And then just saying a big thank you to yourself for creating the space and just rolling out your mat and showing up to look after yourself, body, mind, and breath. Namaste. Thank you all so much